how he managed to crack IIT JEE in 6 months.
What my father does, what my mother does, and how much in a month they are hardly earning, maybe like 3,000 rupees a month, 4,000 rupees a month, 3,000 a month you have to spend your entire month. I had to clear the exam, and there was no doubt that I wouldn't clear it at that time.
You just need that one person in your life to
Exactly.
show faith in you.
And I had 100% accuracy in physics.
It's not going to be easy, but it's not impossible.
If I can clear it in 6 months, you can too.
Welcome back to another episode of Rerouting Life, where we continue the last conversation that we started with Sunil on how he managed to crack IIT JEE in 6 months. So let's get into it.
So, what was that one thing, one unique thing that you did that others may have missed?
I think so. As I told you, like there was no strategy that I was following with respect to what books I need to solve and everything. So I was just solving the DPPs and the work booklet that my coaching has given me. The one unique thing that I did was at that time that I kept my practice registers for every chapter. So let's say if I am solving binomial theorem based questions, then in those DPPs as well as my booklets that they have given me, I used to mark the difficult question with star and most difficult question with double star. And then I used to also write on that sheet itself that in which register number. So I kept my register numbers. So the where I am solving. So like let's say if this is my 10th register for mathematics. So register number 10 on, and then I used to page number each register as well. So register number 10, page number, let's say 96, this question is solved. So in front of that star mark, I am writing R10, P96. So this tells me that this question has the solution in that register number at that page number. So why this was unique?
You had 10 registers?
I had maybe 20-30 registers. Like I solved so many questions, and then each register was maybe like 300-400 pages.
Oh my god. And that is just these 6 months worth of content that you're talking about.
Yeah. So solving questions and theory in that. Like, so yeah, so like when I was like from, as I mentioned, like I came back from Kota on 3rd of March and then exam was on 8th of April. I had 1 month to revise everything again. Like before I enter into IIT, like not into IIT, IIT exam.
Well, confidence. You need to have that.
Yeah. So before I enter into the IIT hall, I had to revise everything once. I just gave that challenge to myself that I have to revise everything. And revising not just the theory, but also those questions that I marked star and double star. And nobody told me that strategy at that time. It just came to my head that what if I solve them and I cannot find in these bulky registers that I've created, like where I'm solving these questions. So yeah, I used to just like in those 1 month, because I cannot solve each and every question again. If I haven't got the difficulty in solving it for the first time, I wouldn't get the difficulty if it comes into my exam. I can only get difficulty solving those questions which were extremely hard or hard. So I was only seeing the solution to those questions in these registers. So the star mark question, I will go to register 10, take that register 10, go to page number 96. Okay, this is how I solved it. So all the very difficult questions, I have gone through them once before I enter into the exam hall.
That was so organized, like when you're talking about registers and page numbers and having did you try selling them?
No, actually I have all these notes with me. I have kept them stored.
If the syllabus is not changed for so many years, you can actually just that is gold.
I have actually
you have
everything.
Basically you made your own notes.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's so, very organized.
That was my philosophy for the entire preparation, as well as during when I entered into IIT. There also you need to study along with extracurricular activities. My simple philosophy in life has been that you go to lectures, you go to classes, you listen to the classes, make your own notes, and you don't have to actually read books. Like in my opinion, like I would probably like contradicting with a lot of you, but I never read a book. I used to listen to what the professors are saying, what my teachers are saying. I used to make my own notes. And if I am confused about a certain topic, then I go to books and refer books. So book was not my primary resource ever in my life. Books has been my secondary guidance, and the primary is what you are being taught in the class. If I'm confused about something, then only I'll refer books. So yeah, during IIT preparation as well, I did the same thing. I made my own notes.
That's great. So for a fact, I know that you come from a below poverty line family.
Yeah.
So how was the pressure around that time, and like also in terms of family expectations?
Yeah.
Because you don't have those resources, right? You don't have another try.
Yeah, so I had these, the pressure was used, and it's not because my family is pressurizing me to clear IIT. It is the challenge that I've taken to myself.
Self-pressure.
Yeah. So as you mentioned that I come from a below poverty line family, and I've seen each and every rupee, how it is coming to me. Like I know the exact situation of my family. I know what my father does, what my mother does, and how much in a month they are hardly earning, maybe like 3,000 rupees a month, 4,000 rupees a month, and then they are sending half of that, maybe like 90% of that to you, 3,000 a month. And in those 3,000 a month, you have to spend your entire month. So along with me, my brother Anil, we both were studying in Kota, and you need to like survive in those 3,000 rupees a month. So the expectation was from myself that I need to clear this exam, and I need to like come out of this vicious poverty line family. Like I need to come out of the poverty. And so the pressure was used with my own expectations that I need to clear it. But the thing is, like in my head, I never thought that I wouldn't clear it. So I wouldn't say that I had a fear, but of course, like I want to clear it. But
that was your motivation.
Yeah, I want
to you have to make it.
Yeah, you have to make it.
If you want to get out of this place, you have to
Yeah.
make it. I think that is so important to, like, it gives you that encouragement, it gives you that strength that you have to keep going, you have to push, you have no other option.
Yeah.
Like there is no backup plan.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah. So that was the only option. There was no option B. I had to clear the exam, and there was no doubt that I wouldn't clear it at that time.
What was that urge in your heart that made you take this risk and go for something that is aligning more with your goal?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, like there was this video that I've seen in my 10th, maybe like in my 11th, I don't remember, but yeah, somewhere between 10th and 11th, I saw that video, and I wanted to go to IIT. I wanted somebody to tell me, to show that confidence in me, and because I was from a BPL family and we had so little resources, like I literally didn't have any money to enroll myself. Contacts all our relatives to lend us some money, and we would kind of give them that money back. And I got the scholarship also, like because I got
for your coaching,
for my coaching. Yeah, because I had really good marks in IIT JEE, and also like I was getting into one of these NITs anyways, so I didn't have that much of drive. But then Sanjay sir motivated me to go for it, and that's why
that was the only push you needed.
Yeah.
Basically what you're saying is you just need that one person in your life
exactly
to show faith in you.
Exactly.
And you can move mountains.
100%.
Because there was no financial aspect, like you did not know where to gather those kind of money. You already had this opportunity in front of you, which you don't know if you would have again if you know you have to skip this and then look for take that jump.
Yeah.
But all these things you can do only because that one person showed that faith in you that you were looking for. Basically you had that in you, but you just wanted someone to say that yes, you are right. What you're thinking, what you're seeing inside yourself, you are right. So go for it.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
100%. Yeah. Like in my case it was Sanjay Singh sir. In your case it could be your friend, it could be your parents, it could be your partner.
So during all of this, What was your favorite subject that gave you the most returns?
Okay.
Like in terms of effort, in terms of marks.
So actually it's very funny. I told you like my favorite subjects was maths, chemistry and physics. And I used to spend, out of my entire day, I was spending hardly 1 hour preparing for physics. So I used to just read theory and solve some questions, and I was like, okay, I think I understand theory and I can also solve questions. So I was putting in 10% of my total time of preparation in physics, and then I was putting maybe 60% in mathematics and remaining maybe 30% in chemistry. But in actual exam, again the same ratio maintained when I was actually writing the exam, that 10% my time, total time, 3 hours time, I was solving physics questions, and rest I am solving like maths and chemistry, and I had 100% accuracy in physics. so the questions that I solved in those 10%, that 10% of my time, were completely correct.
They
Like there
gave
was
you
no
more return
yeah,
in
so
terms
like
of marks.
in terms of like efforts that I put in physics, the return was 100%, while in mathematics and chemistry I got the least return in mathematics in paper 2. So there are two papers. Paper 1 I had no negative marking, no mistakes, but paper 2 I solved two paragraphs which were completely like, there are these questions which comes in paragraphs, like one question leading to the second question leading to third question, and if the one question is wrong, then all of
The
your three
entire-
questions are wrong.
Yeah.
And I made a mistake in my first question in each of these two paragraphs, so my 6 questions was gone wrong completely, and I lost like maybe 18 marks in total, 3 marks each, and then -6 as well, because there is a minus marking. So I mean, all of my subjects kind of gave me the return, but the mistake that I did was in mathematics. Otherwise, like whatever number of questions that I attempted, I had pretty much like nil negative marking. I was the person who would solve question and would try that do not make any mistakes, so no negative marking. Of course, like I am not the best student, I would say, because I used to focus a lot on the accuracy than in speed. So I would probably leave those questions which seemed hard to me and then focus on those questions I can solve like at 100% confidence. So that was my strategy, but it can change from person to person. And for physics, like I identified quickly which questions are the easiest and I solved those and I got 100% return. So
sometimes, yeah, the best returns come from where you least expect.
yeah.
So just say today is one day before the exam. What other do's and what other don'ts?
Okay, so the do's and don'ts, I had revised my entire syllabus in 1 month, and in that 1 month I made extremely short notes again. Like I would
to put it in your pocket.
Yeah, it was
somewhere.
literally like there used to be these 5 rupees notebooks that you used to get, which has hardly like 10 or 20 pages, and I was writing the formulas which I would probably forget in the exam halls. So for each chapter there would be like 2 or 3 formulas.
Sounds like a cheat sheet.
Yeah, it was my cheat sheet.
Was your
Yeah,
cheat sheet?
it was my cheat sheet. So I would write that particular formula or equation or whatever, which is either like exceptional or I would forget, and I'm keep forgetting it. I wrote those things when I was revising, and by the end of my 1 month preparation I had like 20 pages of these formulas. So those 20 pages helped me extremely, like getting confident before going into the exam halls. I just revised those small booklets that I've created for maths, physics and chemistry, like 10 20 pages hardly, and you just need to scroll it through. And what you shouldn't do is
take that booklet to
Yeah.
your exam hall.
You can't do that, otherwise they'll throw you out. But but what you shouldn't do is like not sleeping and worrying about the exam, worrying about what would come in the exam tomorrow. So get 6 to 7 hours of sleep, and I would say that follow the routine that you would follow as if there is no exam tomorrow. Like you don't have to change your routine drastically knowing that you have an exam tomorrow. Your routine should be what you usually do in a day, that's when your efficiency is 100%, right?
Yeah.
Your brain shouldn't get this shock that, oh, there is something new tomorrow. And then you try creating scenarios and you are confused and you are worried. So all of these thoughts shouldn't come into your schedule. So you should just follow the schedule that you have been following since last 1 year when you were preparing for exam.
I
Since
learned
last
it the
1
hard
year,
way.
2 years. Yeah.
Yes. So
So,
walk me through this exam day. Now we had this
Mm.
one day before exam.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about exam day.
Mm.
How is it? How is your first paper, second paper?
Yeah. So after my first paper, like I decided, like in that moment, in the exam moment, that I decided that I would solve chemistry first. That is before my exam. Like I made this strategy that I would solve chemistry first, mathematics, and then physics. But when I entered into an exam hall and I saw a paper, I was like, let's solve mathematics. And I solved mathematics and it was going so good. Like every question that I took to solve, I was able to solve it. So those starting 3 to 4 questions would give you the confidence that you can do it. And if you are not able to solve those 2-3 questions, starting 2-3 questions, just don't get too much worried that, oh, you are not able to solve any questions, because sometimes it is your luck that the question that you pick and you solve it and your confidence gets boosted. But sometimes, like, you are not able to solve it, then there are so many questions which are easier than what you probably picked. So you have to just don't lose your calm. Keep solving questions. Even if you are not able to solve it, just keep it aside, solve the next question, because these papers are made in such a way that they mix the hard, extremely hard, easy questions, so that they also test your calmness, so that you don't lose your calm, right? Like they can test your calmness if you lose all of your confidence in your first question, that you can't. Amongst all the exams and questions, or the test exams or pre-test or whatever, the tests that I gave during my coaching days as well as like during my preparation, the best performing day for me, luckily, was the day when I actually gave the exam. So I got the best marks amongst all my days combined in those 6 months.
With everything that we heard now, what would you wish that you knew before you could prepare for your exams? What is it that you wish you knew, and what is it that you wish you shouldn't have known? Like,
I wish I knew was probably managing my time better, like in terms of speed, for example. As I mentioned, I was a guy who would focus on accuracy, but I could have managed the speed as well, because there were some questions which I didn't look into because I had so much little time, and the questions that I picked was already, like, I thought like they're really easy to solve and I will solve them. But if I would have managed my speed even better, then I would have gotten even better marks. And yeah, but so basically, like, I couldn't work on my speed. I think partially it's because I didn't have too much time to focus on the speed. I was focused more on the accuracy because of the time limitations, the 6 months preparation. I didn't give so many tests, because in those 6 months, as I mentioned, like every day I am doing these lectures, classes.
You solved more rather than
I solved more
focusing on
than
tests.
focusing on tests. But tests are equally important. You should definitely like give more tests. If you have like 1 year of preparation time, 2 year of preparation time, then I would say 50% test, 50% everything else. While in my case, I was doing like theory 30%, solving 40%, and maybe 20% actually giving tests. So for me, it was a different trajectory, but for someone who has more time, tests are really important. So I wish I knew how to manage and improve my speed. And some things that I should unlearn is, I don't think there was anything that I should have unlearned. Yeah, I don't regret anything that I learned till, even today.
That's so great. So to summarize everything, what I am hearing is, if you want to be efficient and you are pretty sure this is the institute that you want to pursue your degree in, the preparation can start as early as when you're in your 10th class. Like you start focusing more, just not to clear your 10th boards or your 12th boards, but for that JEE exam. But if you missed out on those days, like being more focused in your classes during your 10th, 11th, 12th, you still have time. You still can make it in 6 months as you did. So it's never too late if you show
definitely
that faith in yourself.
Like whatever you missed probably like in 10th, 11th and 12th, you would probably have to put in twice as much effort as somebody else would.
It's not going to be easy, but it's not impossible.
It's not impossible. Nothing is impossible.
If you put your mind into it.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there any last words that you want to give the young aspirants who are trying to get into IIT, or who not just IIT but anything that is challenging for somebody? Do you want to be Sanjay sir for those people right now? Like give those words of wisdom.
So yeah, I mean, whoever is watching this video and all those aspirants who might be probably like, let's say, let me start with the primary schools. Like if you are in 6th class, 7th class, 8th class, don't worry about IIT JEE in your 6th, 7th class. You just have to focus on your school days, your school lectures, read whatever the teachers are teaching you, and just keep learning and keep your basic concepts very clear. That is the homework for you guys. And if you are really preparing for IIT JEE and watching this video, I would say do not distract yourself with multiple resources. Focus on the material that your coaching has given you, or the material that you have purchased from somewhere. So keep your resources as minimum as possible. You need to solve those questions that you see in front of them instead of like distracting yourself, finding multiple books and trying to solve similar type of questions from these many books. And I mean, have confidence in yourself. Do not do not have this thing in your mind that you would not clear it.
Don't have second thoughts.
Like if you are preparing for it, if you are enjoying your preparation, and you have taken that challenge to yourself, just have that confidence and 100% you will clear it. If you have less time, more time, as I mentioned, like if I can clear it in 6 months, you can too, even less than 6 months. You just have to put in like extra amount of hard work, and then sleep better, get rested yourself every day, talk to your parents, family. I used to, every day there was this call that I used to make, maybe like 10 minutes call, 5 minutes call. Even if you feel like that your parents cannot help. My parents are illiterate completely. Like both of my parents, my father is a farmer, so they cannot guide you in your preparation, but just talking to them kind of gives you that comfort. You need that comfort, you need that that voice in the entire day, that how are you doing, whether you ate enough or not. Keep talking to that one person or two people in your life which are most important, your parents or anybody else. Just have that one contact.
Keep that connection. Don't isolate
yourself.
If you have any questions regarding your preparation, if you are the one who is preparing for JEE or IIT or anything else, and you think that we can help in some sort, please put down it in the comments. Or if you have any wisdom that you want to share, you can still comment here and we can get connected. It's so great to connect with people who share the same goal. And we'll see you later.